All right, we back. Marcy Sports Talk. We in the building. Make sure to subscribe and bell icon button. Won't miss the video. We in the building. And should the Detroit Pistons revisit Mike Conley trade talks? If you missed it last season of trade deadline, around that time, I believe the Pistons offered Reggie Jackson the first for Mike Conley. The Grizzlies say no. They said no. They wanted Luke Kennard. Pistons refused to put Luke Kennard in the deal. Toronto didn't have enough pull to get Mike Conley with Marc Gasol. And also the Pistons tried to trade Andre Drummond down to Memphis for Marc Gasol and whatever else they was trying to get for him. So it was a lot of talks going on between the Pistons and the Grizzlies and the Raptors and other teams. And now other teams are inquiring about Mike Conley. The Pistons believe they are a point guard away or another playmaker away from being contenders. But the Jazz are back on the Mike Conley market. There's a lot of teams that's back on the Mike Conley market, man. But he's 6'1", 31 years old. Like I said, man, he'll be 32 by the time the season starts next year. Last year he had a lot of rest last year, but he showed that he still can be a top-notch point guard, man. He really can. He can play, man. But for me, I just don't see the Pistons being a player away. At the end of the day, I just don't see him being a player away. A guy, I think, who blew out his Achilles or something like that, and he looked like he came back strong. But when you get to 31 with that type of injury, you really don't get better. But if the Pistons feel like they that person away, even though most of the people in the organization, people say know way more about basketball than me, and it don't seem that way sometimes, man. But I don't really see them being a Mike Conley away. I don't see giving up. I wouldn't mind giving up Luke Kennard. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind giving up Mike Conley, Reggie Jackson. And my whole thing is, they say they sending their first round draft picks off for veteran players like they right there to win. Like they not getting past Milwaukee. Even if Kyrie leave, they might not get past Boston. If the Knicks do what they said to do, Anthony Davis, KD, Kyrie, they not getting past the Knicks. They not still getting past Brooklyn if Brooklyn bring back who they gonna bring back. In my opinion, I think Brooklyn's just gonna get better. They may can get with the Pacers if Oladipo don't come back 100%. They'll be past Toronto because Toronto is gonna end up breaking up, and it's gonna with that how that go. But for me, they're not gonna be real players, so why not build for the future? You don't want to keep getting 30-plus-year-old players and injury-prone players. Conley, who just got injured, Blake Griffin, who injury. You don't want to keep getting those type of players and salvaging your farm system. Not salvage. Well, in the future, you have to salvage your farm system. You need young players. And the Piston fans act like they close to winning. The Pistons act like they close to winning. You're not. The East ain't the weak East no more. This is a strong conference that's about to get stronger. What if they do trade LeBron to the 76ers? You know what I'm saying? What if KD do come East? I mean, golly. What if Kemba Walker goes somewhere in the Eastern Conference? Like, you're not beating none of those teams. Not with Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. And the whole hypothesis around Mike Conley coming is he'll be able to make Andre Drummond a better player. What, are you going to just throw him alley-oops all day? It's not going to work. Mike Conley's a good player. I think Mike Conley deserves to be on a team that he got an opportunity to win on. Or, and if he go into a lesser team, I would say, shit, why not Phoenix? Phoenix will need that veteran leadership. He can get Devin Booker easy buckets, Aiden easy buckets. They choose to keep Oubre, get him easy buckets. Team like that, the Pistons is nowhere near about to win shit. They have to tear this thing down and build it up. So when Milwaukee get ready to fall and Boston on the downtrend, they be on the uptrend ready to take the seat in the East. You don't want to trade. When you in this, now if they was a team like Indiana, you know what I'm saying? A team that would be right there if they had Oladipo and they wanted to add a Kemba or they wanted to add a Mike Conley or something like that, and they feel like with that type of move, they might can get above Boston. They can compete with Milwaukee with a couple other minor moves too. Then yeah, but you nowhere near that type of team. If you think you like Brooklyn, where you got a lot of young talent, and you want to kind of give up a couple young talent to get a veteran player, like Mike Conley, then I understand it from that vantage point. You know what I'm saying? I understand it from that vantage point. Like, we on the cusp of at least being a top 3 team in our conference. Pistons not there, man. They can get Mike Conley and still miss the playoffs. You know, they can get Mike Conley and still miss the playoffs. And then he's projected to make $35 million pretty soon. You know, $35 million he's projected to make. That's insane. $35 million he's projected to get. So you're going to have $35 million in him, $30-something million in Blake, and Andre Drummond be making around $25 million coming up pretty soon. Like, dude, you're going to just replace a guy. You're going to replace a guy in Reggie Jackson with a guy that got almost 2 times his salary. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to have a major difference. The Pistons is not going to go from an 8 to a 5th seed next year with Mike Conley. It's too much depth issues. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the depth. So really the Pistons going to go into luxury tax just to continue to get their ass whooped? Hell no. Just get younger. That's why they should have tanked. With the lottery changes, you never know what could happen for the Pistons. They could have freaked around and got John Morant. That's exactly what they need. Cam Reddish, you know, the kid out of Vanderbilt, the kid out of Virginia, Darius Garland, the Hunter kid, the Culver kid out of Texas Tech. You want to be up there just because you don't get Morant and Zion Williams. We've seen it before with Fultz and Lonzo and you've seen it with I think who was it, Marvin Williams and who was the number 1 pick that year with Marvin Williams? I can't remember. I think it might have been Andrew Bogut, maybe. Can't remember. But then Chris Paul ended up falling. You have elite talent outside of that top 2 or 3 people. You've seen it with Tatum, that same draft. Tatum is pretty good. You've seen it with Darius, the kid out in Utah, Donovan Mitchell. You know, it's premier talent. You've seen it with Giannis. You've seen it with, you see it all through the draft. CJ McCollum. You just got to know where to find the talent at. But no shade, way, or fashion should the Pistons be adding more pricey veterans on. It's just a disaster, dog. They keep digging themselves deeper and deeper in the hole. And I think Mike Conley deserved to go to a better team that got more of an upswing than the Detroit Pistons, man. But like I said before, they so high on Luke Kennard. You know, at this point after the playoff, I don't see it. Me personally, I would have shipped his ass on. You know what I'm saying? Like the filler is out for. It's over with, man. He not aggressive enough. You know, but hey, they gonna just continue to stick with him for whatever reason it is because they really don't have no choice and know how to replace him. But I understand that they want to lose that depth. But if it's me, I'm not trading for no Mike Conley. That's just too much money on an older player. You know what I'm saying? That's like you going to the dealership and they say we got this '09 Escalade for $60,000. Shit, for 20, 30 more fucking thousand. You know, for 10 more thousand, you probably can get, you know, a way higher, a newer Escalade. Or for that type of money, you can just go get you a brand new Yukon Denali or some shit like that. You know, that's just what they doing. But in no way, shape, or fashion am I bringing, fuck that. I'm not bringing Mike Conley. I'm not bringing Mike Conley. That's an idiot move, bro. That's a big time idiot move. Because they not close. Now, has you been close? Has you been somewhere like where Philly is, Indiana is, somewhere in there? Yeah, I will understand the move. You know, but then, again, they should be selling. Everybody should be leaving. All them high contract people, Jackson in the contract year, I'll be trying to get Blake Griffin off. If Miami wanted Blake Griffin, I would sell him with a heartbeat to Miami, especially for Josh Richardson. If Andre Drummond, I'll be trying to get him away. Just give me some Tic Tacs, all right? I'll be getting rid of all of them. I don't need value back. I need a clear cap space. I need to be bad, get some top draft picks, draft well, especially with the new lottery, how it's formed out. And then, you know, I want to build a young core. And then I have veterans come in, want to play with these young players. We're going to build it from the ground on up. And by the time 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons pass, when Giannis falling off and Milwaukee going, you know, they on the downfall and Boston on the downfall and they got to re-sign their players and choose who they want to pick and go. Then the Pistons will be up in the upswing. You know, but hey, a lot of people just swear the Pistons right there. Even after that ass whooping to the Milwaukee Bucks. Even after that very ass whooping to the Bucks, people still like, oh, we did. No, you're not. It's not an anomaly Blake Griffin get hurt every year. It's not an anomaly that Andre Drummond is inconsistent. That's just, you know, that's just what it is. But hey, it's Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video requests, keep sharing the videos. One time for the one time we gone.